Hello everyone and welcome to our I Pick My Butt video, more Survivor.io, and the last and final mega challenge, the Forest Challenge. This one is an absolute nightmare. I don't think you're going to have too much fun with this one. I know it is a lot of fun to play, but it is intense, it is crazy, and I'm surprised that I even passed it with the Void Power having that equipped. Now, if you haven't seen the other two videos, the one on the right, we're running that full tilt, got all our best gear on, best tech parts, best stats. I think we're sitting over 20k right now. The one on the left though, that's going to be running nothing but excellent parts with the Void Power, and all the tech parts got removed, so that's really the only things we have. Now, a couple of things here I will say is I am using the trendy charm with it, which will get those Void Powers to pop off a little faster, and I am also using that stylish belt, which is going to help us with a shield every 200 monsters or so I think we kill. So this is the first stat you'll be getting at the 0 minute mark. Speed wins the war. The faster the speed, the higher the damage, which means if you can, you're going to want to grab those running shoes. They really do help out. And of course, monsters gain haste. Now, the other thing that you'll notice is we have this dog running around, and at first it doesn't seem to be really too much of a threat until you kill it for the first time and another one appears. Yes, that's right. This is going to be a monster that continuously appears, but luckily for it, we can kill it. I don't know if it gets any stronger. It kind of feels like they move a little faster and so on, but at any rate, it is kind of difficult with the Void Power because it seemed like as I was popping these actual orbs out there, it just kept on jumping from one to another. Now, on the Light Chaser side, I was just kind of grabbing it as I was going for the regular things I would go for. But on the Void Power side, I still went for the drone on it. It seems like even getting to the final end of it, you're grabbing meat with having the drone. Obviously, grabbing the drone is going to take more levels in order to upgrade all your stuff. So I went for it. It's a rectangular board, so it's a matter of, I'm pretty much going to be hitting something inside there. Although the bosses, it was a little bit difficult. I also wanted to go for the lightning emitter and go for the energy cube just to really get those cooldowns going on things, so we could kind of just keep on popping off the Void Power. And then Guardian was another one that I chose too. That was one I just knew that after playing with the Light Chaser, I was going to be running through a ton of mobs, and it seemed like a good idea just to have that thing constantly spinning. Now, I will say, when it does get down to the last 3 minute mark on this, you're pretty much running through the mobs. The mobs don't seem to be doing too much of damage. I don't know if that was because I was running through the Void Power circles, but at any rate, it seemed like the biggest threat was this dog right here. And I say dog because I don't want to spoil what's coming up for you guys, of course. But first boss 3 minute mark, we're going to have the Papillion here, or the butterfly in French. And you can see nothing too terrible on the Light Chaser side, but we are going to be struggling a little bit here on the actual Void Power side. It seemed like having this dog around was just making it a little bit difficult for me to kind of shoot those shots off on it. So it definitely is something that you're going to struggle with this. Either way, if you're not running full legend gear stacked or whatever, it can be pretty tough. I mean, it was kind of tough on the Light Chaser side too, not gonna lie about that. But pretty much once we go and get rid of this guy here, we're gonna end up with some new stats, which our buff is gonna be the half projectile damage taken, but the nerf is gonna be time flux. Time moves faster. And I don't believe that's actually the clock that you see up top there. I think they more mean of what's going to be spawning out. You get a wave of enemies, a couple of seconds comes, and then another wave comes. It's pretty much how often those waves are going to be coming at you. And why not make it a little bit more difficult for you with throwing a second dog out there? So this is where things kind of start getting a little intense. I was kind of using a kind of like a diamond kind of shape, or even like a circle, just to keep on avoiding whenever I saw those red lines come at, like it was going to try to charge me, I would go and try to get out of the way. Now, it didn't seem to work as well as I'd like it to. And once I died a couple of times, then I started saying, you know what, let me try to go hide in my protective bubbles. And once I get this thing evoed up here for the actual Void Power. Now, I will say that didn't really seem to help too much either. Realistically, your biggest thing you're going to want to try to do is don't worry about the mobs. Really just try to dodge those elites that are just keep on coming around. Now, I did try to see if I could go longer without killing them at the beginning, but you're going to kill them either way, and they just seem to keep on getting faster and stronger. It's all perception, but that's just what I'm feeling about it. I think they're getting faster. I think they're getting stronger, but it's really tough to tell with all the chaos going on inside the screen. So at the 6 minute mark, we're going to get a sapper worm and we're going to get a rhino. And I really want to stress here, try to get as close to these things as you can, kill them as fast as possible. You can get lost into the chaos here of having all the other dogs run around, and it just makes it really too much of a pain, because you're going to kill them, they're going to pop back up again. So try to focus at least on, you know, one of them. I was trying to go for the rhino first, just kind of see him, and I think I killed the other one in the background on it. But if you keep that mentality, hey, I got to go for those. Like I said, when you play it, you will get lost against these things. Now, the 6-minute mark, we're going to get our last buff and nerf. Buff's going to be player knockback plus 50%. Really helps out with the Guardian there if you did end up going for that. The monster HP and attack up, though, that's going to make things difficult. And the new mob that we're going to have, or elite out there that's not going to, you know, die. It'll die, it'll just pop back up again, is going to be the sapper worm. And having 2 dogs and a sapper worm running around, this makes it in complete and insane hell to go up again. So, like I said, just try to avoid these things the best you can on it. And really, the mobs, they're just going to get you one way or another, because they swarm in a good amount too. Now, on the Void Power side, I did grab the energy drink there just to try to see, hey, am I able to heal up on this to kind of keep myself going? I really didn't notice that big of a difference on it, because you're just taking damage so fast. A lot of what happens is those elites will run into you, 2 of them will get you, and they'll kind of just pin you, and you're just boop, 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 boop. You know, you just take that damage so fast, and you drop down. Now, I am using excellent gear. Just about everybody should have an S-grade vest to pop on. Definitely throw that on. I'm just doing this to show you, hey, this can be done. And luckily, you'll see towards the end here, I get through with a skin of my teeth. And the 10-minute mark, we're going to hit the Horror Boar King, and we're going to have the tree to go up against. Not really anything to be scared of, but you can see there on the Void Power side, I'm just trying to collect these biofuels so I can heal up. I went in very low, and I think this might have been my last health on it. I did end up spending gems on it just to get the revive, and it did come down to being pretty close on it. But once again, try to focus on him. The tree, he's an easy one to go for to make sure, you know, he's not moving around. There was a point where it actually got pushed out of the way by some of the other elites there. But get that one out of the way first, then you can kind of just go and focus on the boar and be done with it. But really curious to know what you guys have done. Did you beat this one already? Have you even attempted it? Let me know in the comments below. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.